All right, folks, good morning. Let's get started. So for today, Wednesday the 29th, we have the following information. At 8:30 a.m., we had goods trade balance and preliminary wholesale inventories month over month. These were minor reports, mixed results. Trade balance came in worse than expected. Wholesale inventories, preliminary wholesale inventories came in better than expected. Um, At 2 o'clock Eastern, we're going to have the federal funds rate and the FOMC statement. So, expectation is that the interest rates are going to be unchanged, which is what I expect as well, based on the Fed's previous statements. And then at 2:30 p.m., we're going to have the FOMC press conference. So, since those are going on today, major impact should be expected in the markets. Even if they say what everyone apparently expects, you should still expect significant volatility. It is worth noting that Canada, our neighbor, their interest rates are now, let's see, well, actually it hasn't happened yet, sorry, 9:45 a.m. So um, expectation for Canada is actually for a rate cut. It looks like, let's see, expectation is 3, previous is 3.25, so yeah, it looks like they're expecting a cut. So since Canada and the U.S. are major trade partners, it is true that what happens in Canada should affect us. So we might see significant action from the results of this rate decision from Canada, the Bank of Canada. So we'll see. All right. Having said that, let's take a look at the market. So looking at the QQQ ETF, here's what we see so far. Right now, it looks like we're going to open similar to yesterday. It looks like we're going to open right where we closed the previous session. So just like yesterday, we had a little bit of pre-market bullishness, but it's all coming back to where we were before. So it looks like the markets are still under some pressure. Although yesterday was definitely bullish, we saw significant upside, but I do think we still have some pressure in the markets with those concerns about the Chinese AI and also considerations about the FOMC and other things as well. All right. Having said that, taking a look at stocks which were moving yesterday, uh, we did have some great opportunities yesterday, but two of them we never were able to take advantage of because the stocks did not perform in the manner needed. So Palantir, PLTR, did actually reach our target, but the early action, specifically right here, there was a very sharp drop and then a rally. That happened to a lot of stocks. So on the way up, we basically got pushed out. But we would have gotten pushed out multiple times, as you can see the stock continue to go down for a while before finally going in the direction that we wanted. Uh, Similar situation for Apple. Apple, our second upside target. Sorry, it looks like we lost the connection there, so let me repeat what I just said. Apple did move far past our second upside target, but either way, we weren't able to take advantage of that as a result of getting stopped out. However, we were able to take advantage of Amazon. That was bullish. It was able to pass our target number two of 241.77, but we ended up getting out about halfway to that mark based on the significant volatility that came in. So fortunately for Amazon, the volatility did come in. It was after we were already in a good profit. All right. So having said that, looking at the pre-market, here's what we have so far. Um, FFIE, we're looking at NASDAQ stocks here. So FFIE is up 10.37% on about 10.5 million shares, trading at least $1 per share. So we can go ahead and add that to our pre-market watch list for stocks. The symbol again is FFIE. Next up, we have, let's see, we may have HOLO, HOLO, let's see. Yep, that's down 7.69%, 3 million shares traded, and it's at least $1 per share. We can go ahead and add HOLO to our pre-market list. Next up is, let's see, um, not NVIDIA, but it is worth noting that NVIDIA was definitely in recovery mode yesterday, but as you can see, it is opening lower than where it closed yesterday, unlike the rest of the market. So you can still see some pressure is being applied to NVIDIA. Um, Next up is RGTI, which is presently not down enough. It's mostly neutral, so we'll pass on that. Next up is SLXN. That is presently up about 58% on about 64.4 million shares, at least $1 per share. Very active, of course, so we'll add SLXN to our free market watch list. Next up, we have VINC. That's presently up 23% on 12.7 million shares. It's at least $1 per share as well, so we can go ahead and add that to our pre-market watch list. Again, the symbol is VINC. Where'd my list go? There we go. Next up is ZNTL. ZNTL, there you go. Currently down 26.67% on 2.8 million shares traded. It's at least $1 per share, so we can add ZNTL to our list. All right, folks, so those are the 5 stocks that we found so far. And if you folks see any other stocks meeting all 4 criteria, let me know in the chat. Just as a reminder, the 4 criteria are: it must be a NASDAQ listed stock that is trading at least $1 per share in this current pre-market session. It also must have achieved at least a 6% price change, positive or negative, in this pre-market session. And must be trading at least $1 per share, over 1 million shares, if I didn't mention that already. All right, so DJT is mentioned. Okay, that's clearly up 12%, 5.3 million shares traded. It's at least $1 per share, so we can add DJT to the list. Next up is PWM, which is presently up 14% on 1.3 million shares. It's at least $1 per share, so we'll go ahead and add PWM. And then next up is BNZI, which is currently up 12.8%, 1.2 million shares roughly have traded, and it's at least $1 per share, so we can add that BNZI to our list. So again, we're looking for NASDAQ listed stocks trading at least $1 per share in the current pre-market that have achieved at least 1 million shares of pre-market volume and are currently at a 6% or greater price change that could be positive or negative. TMUS, right, as you said, doesn't meet the criteria, but yep, it's up sharply. All right, so TMUS, of course, as Jen said, does not meet our criteria, but it is moving. Nevertheless, doesn't have the volume that we would need, but it's up off of earnings. T-Mobile. All right. We'll go ahead and wrap up for today's Pre-Market Pulse. Please be sure to subscribe to the channel and like the video. I see we have 6 likes, more than 6 people are watching, so please be sure to hit that like button. That greatly helps us with the YouTube algorithm. And of course, go ahead and subscribe to the channel so you get notifications. Also, if anyone's watching this video on a replay, if you're not familiar with our company, check out fundertrading.com, our website. You will see a link in the description to this video. Other than that, for everybody else, I'll see you. I was part of the coaching program. I'll see you in the coaching room in about 24 minutes. Okay. All right, other than that, folks, have a great trading session, and I'll see you for tomorrow's pre-market pulse. Take care.